Good morning, adventurers, and welcome to day 10, our last full day aboard the Disney Fantasy on our 10-night fantasy cruise. So we're gonna head into a very familiar port for us, Castaway Cay. Sometimes it's felt like home away from home, but we're gonna go have some fun. Gonna do a couple of things. We'll do one thing that we've done before and one thing that's new, never done. In fact, I'm the only person in the entire family who's ever done this. That is weather pending. So a lot of times when the weather's acting up, some of these water sports and water activities you're not going to be able to do on Castaway. But we're trying to be optimistic this morning as we enjoy the beautiful sunrise here aboard our last day. So sorry for fogging up a little bit. It is horribly humid here. But I think we're gonna maybe go do some breakfast, not sure where, and then gonna get off the ship and gonna go do our first little port adventure on Castaway Cay, and then see what the rest of the day brings. Hopefully it's gonna be a Castaway Cay perfect day. So it felt like we were really boogieing it out of Lookout Cay yesterday, and now we're just kind of easing it on into Castaway. We definitely, it's a different setup there on Castaway Cay as far as getting off the ship and as far as them getting set up. Almost felt like about an hour once we got into Lookout Cay yesterday for them to get set up, just because of the distance between the boat and getting things ready on shore and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't take that long on Castaway Cay. So as soon as we get docked in, it might be, I don't know, 30 minutes and we'll be off the ship and ready to go. So, all right, let's head into Cove Cafe and get some cool treats. While waiting in line, I'm going to show you these treats that are very good. This is one we like, cranberry slice. These are all free, complimentary, anytime you want. All right, so before I show you the menu, here's the cranberry slices that we do love. And also let me show you this. So I have, so if you get 5 by 5 of the specialty coffees, you can see that, you get the punch, you get the 5th one, actually the 6th one, you have to buy 5. The 6th one free. I had an extra one, so you can combine them. And so I got this one free. So that's something that they do here if you're a coffee lover. Now let me show you the menu here. And here's the menu. And they used to have something called the Toledo, which was a good one with little Baileys in it. They'll put a little something if you would like, into your coffee, or I guess you could do tea, I don't know. And that's that. Let me show you just a little bit of the ambiance here. Just a nice place to kind of sit, relax. Got a lot of Walt memorabilia stuff. All right, let's head to Cabanas for our last breakfast. Well, next to last breakfast on our cruise. Right, so for breakfast, he's got sort of his usual, although he got a little different. That's a fried egg there, bud. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if you eat it. Mama got some fruit, and I think she's got a ready-made, or made to order, I guess I should say, not ready-made, that would be ready-made. Made to order omelet, and she got some fruit. I went kind of light. Just did some my standard peach yogurt with a little bit of stuff in there. So, all right, Mama, before you start eating, we kind of knew it. We knew it.
We got a push notification that our jet ski has been canceled due to inclement weather.
So that was what I was alluding to. I've done. The rest of the fam has not. So the one thing we still have on board, we have done before, and that's the Stingrays, which is still fun.
Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. We're expecting to not have the best weather day today, so sad about the jet skis.
But maybe we do a little snorkeling.
We'll see. I got a custom omelet, veggies, and ham and cheddar.
Ham and cheddar and onions, you said, right?
And peppers.
And peppers, okay. So there's Castaway Cay. We're on the port side here. And you can see why our jet skis were canceled. Very rough waters. Again, we'll see what happens with the Stingrays. Hopefully it's a go, but I guess we'll see when we get down there. You see kind of the overcast. Now this kind of blows away. Maybe later on this afternoon. I don't know. This is the Caribbean. All bets are off. So even though on previous vlogs I've been pretty honest that I think Perfect Day at Cove Cafe with Royal Caribbean is one of the best private destinations. I will say this, one of the appreciations I do have about Disney's private destination and private island is you're the only boat in the dock. That is nice, where that's not the case in most of the time. For sure, never when we were on. You're with two. Now, you could be with a mega ship, you could be with one of the Independence / Freedom class, whatever it is, whatever ship you could be. There's usually two in port. It makes it for crowdedness. You never feel like you're ever crowded on Castaway Cay. And as we said last night in our ending, didn't feel like that at all on Lookout Cay as well. Tons of seats, didn't have a problem, and we weren't the first on the island either. So that's the thing I do appreciate about these islands for Disney, is that you're the only ship, you're it. So you're not sharing it with somebody else. So we've talked a little bit about fish extenders and magnet exchanges. Well, evidently this cruise, some lowlifes, and I'm just gonna put it like that. You are a lowlife if you turned around and you are taking other people's fish extenders or magnets. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is a Disney cruise. Why would you do that? So that's just wrong, and I'm very sorry for those people who lost or got their stolen fish extenders and magnets. It's shameful, and it shouldn't be happening. Welcome to Castaway Cay, our home away from home. Our second DVC. Feels like it.
We go for that.
Yeah. Character little buggies that they have. And be sure to get your towels. They're over there. Post office of Castaway Cay. Point out they do have some camera options here to see the boat. There's one up there, one right here. And here is back of the ship as we're parked here at Castaway Cay. Dumbo. Never been here before. I always take note of next to, actually should point out Marge's Barges. That's where you check in, find whether some of your sea excursions are canceled. And then before you get to cargo handling, a nice little map of the whole entire island. Serenity Bay off there far. I guess that's 12 and 20. We've got the barbecue. And then your first cargo handling is where you get on. That takes you to the Scuttles Cove. And I call Pelican Plunge. I think technically it's actually Castaway Beach. Yeah, I call it Scuttles Cove because that's where you get off, or sorry, Pelican's Plunge, because that's where the slide is. But Castaway Beach is the official second stop. You stay on that tram if you want to, and it'll take you all the way to the 18 years and older, and that is Serenity Bay. Bahamian time. So this is Scuttles Cove, and the reason why is right over there is Scuttles Cove. This is the youth activity. This is equivalent to Kids Club on the ship right there. And they've got some shopping up here. You see a little Mickey opportunity. I think we're headed for Goof. He's up here at Mount Rustmore. And here's what we meant by Mount Rustmore. So we're waiting in line for Goofy, but he was done for a while. He'll be back. But you can see it's got Minnie, Pluto, Donald. Shop here at Scuttles Cove. Got all kinds of beachy stuff here. Got some sun guards. Again, a lot of this stuff is all specific to Castaway Cay. You'll not find it, just like that lookout, you'll not find it anywhere else. And I know we've shown some of this before in our other vlogs, but just a like this one, Drift Away, Castaway Cay. Gotta go Cay if you gotta rhyme it. A wee Castaway Cay. Little hoodie. Zip down, that's nice. Lounge fly right there. And seize the day. Like seize the adventure.
There's a tie-dye shirt.
These are shirts over here.
They have a Castaway Cay version of the one we shot.
Pretty cool pins up here. Shoes, hats. That's where I got my flip-flops. We've seen this before. Fun in the Sun, Castaway Cay. Castaway Cay. The name of this is She Sells and Everything Else. That's the everything else right there. So this is the way to Castaway Rays. People in the water out there. So they just kind of rope in this area. All the stingrays are there. I think their barbs are trimmed down, or I don't know if they're completely gone, but occasionally a real live one, or a real one, a non-Disney one, I should say, they'll say gets in there. Oh, you can even see them. Wow. A couple good areas that you can kind of sit up shop around here. We're going to show you one that we like because it's kind of, well, there's not very many people. It's usually got a little shade with the palm trees and whatnot. So we're going to show you, it's right in back actually of Gill's Fins and Boats, where you also can get snorkeling gear and stuff. And it's a pretty nice one. It's not far from the regular snorkeling area, right next to the Stingrays adventure. So it's right Stingray. Would love to go do that again if weather permits today, since our jet ski was canceled. But it's right here, so it's a nice little area because it's got a little natural shade. They do have umbrellas. So there's another one that's over, I think somewhere over there, actually, that we've gone to before. But this is a nice one, really nice one, nice shaded area. I don't know if you can see this, but you can see some of the stingrays out there. So you check in at the Stingray experience right here. And then the actual snorkel equipment for just a regular snorkeler is right over there.
So in an interesting turn of events, we went to check in for our Stingray excursion, only to be told that the snorkeling is still going on, but there will be no stingray feeding today. The water's a little choppy, so the boys decided to just roll with it and enjoy the experience, even though there won't be a feeding opportunity, and we gals are gonna sit out. Riel is working on some seashells, trying to put together a little thing with our last name with seashells. So we'll see how that turns out. And I'm going to see if I can get some filmage of the guys out in the lagoon here when they finally get, after their little orientation, when they finally get out into the water. So I don't know how well the audio is going to pick up because of the wind, but those dark spots there in the water, those are all stingrays. Her artistic prowess to make our family name with seashells. Good job, Breeze.
Hi guys, I'm coming to you lot now. I Castaway Cay. One of my favorite places. So, and the light and the background is giving. So, yeah.
All right, dude, we just completed the Stingray little adventure. Lots of stingrays out there. It's fun.
It was amazing. I went into the corner, like over there, and there were a lot of stingrays.
Yeah.
I always like going over into the corners because that's where I typically find the most stingrays.
And the water is very choppy, but given the fact it's kind of enclosed, you don't feel like you're working as hard. All right, we would do this again. Now, we didn't do the feeding part. We just got to do the snorkeling because it was so choppy. But that's really kind of, I mean, you like the feeding?
Yeah, I like the feeding. I think it's fun.
But they canceled that, so we got to snorkel with the stingrays. So saw a few fishies, but lots of stingrays, so good time. All right, now we're gonna go do some cookies too. I think see some things in some shop. And I don't know, because it's looking kind of ominous in back of me, the nasty Caribbean cloud. Go ahead to cookies 2. I don't know why we bypass cookies, but cookies 2 is just our thing. They're both the same. And it's not cookies 2, it's cookies also, T-O-O. So, but I think we're gonna go take a look at the shops up here a little bit, see if we can find any more souvenirs to pack in our suitcases. Headed, again, there's bike rental. And the second tram stop to the family area is also up here. Cookies 1 are just actually cookies. I think they open up at 11 o'clock, or 11:30 actually, 11:30 to 2, I believe. Little play area in the shade. It's got some ping pong, some pool tables, a basketball, little hoopy thing in the shade. And this is the second tram stop here. I'm gonna call it Pelican Bay, but that's not the official thing. It's Castaway Beach. And then that's where you go check in right over there. That little hut is where you check in if you got cabanas on this side. Now the Serenity Bay cabanas, you got to check in on the other side, but this is just the family cabana check-in, I believe. By Seashore. The other shop over there is Summertime Breeze with Olaf, with some slushies and some frozen drinks over 5K. I was referring to Spring a Leak. That's a little more involved over there at Lookout Key. There's nobody in here. I'll show you a little bit. You know, over there they've got nice slides. This is just kind of a water pad, I guess, for little ones. But ours has spent some time in here. Much better job of planning for some family fun stuff on Lookout Key. I think they kind of took maybe some of the things they'd like to have changed here. That's just a water pad and doesn't have any slides. I got up at Cookies 2. So Breezy got her really usual, a cookie.
The 2 brownies is not even.
2 oh, that's, wow, brownies.
Papaya is not even.
Papaya, hamburger, and some coleslaw and macaroni salad. Potato salad. Yeah, we'll see. We'll check in. We will check in with Keeks a little later here. And he got some bean salad. He likes that bean salad. I like this pineapple stuff, bread stuff too. Macaroni salad. And a hamburger, and
Chiba got
fruit and barbecue. And I got pretty much my usual too. I got, I love this pineapple bread stuff and some barbecue ribs. Got a hot dog and some corn.
So I got banana ice cream. It's already kind of melting, but as you can see, my glasses kind of match with them. And the whole reason I got these glasses, and I begged my mom at Kohl's to get them, because they reminded me of bananas. And we were gonna wear these for the cruise, so I can get banana ice cream and wear these so they can match.
What happened to your sunglasses? You busted them.
Disney sunglasses.
Those are Disney sunglasses. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
We got those at, I think, Epcot.
Busted.
At least it's the last day of the cruise.
Yeah, busted right there. Maybe Disney will watch and send us a new pair of sunglasses. Or send us an invitation to another cruise. How about that? All right, so we're finishing up here at Cookies 2. I think we're going to head back to the ship. And they're trying to get me on the aqueduct. As I said, I don't like getting off the thing. It's hard to get off that thing very gracefully. But they're trying to get me on the aqueduct. I have not ridden the aqueduct at all this entire cruise. But for sure, I think we're going to do some goofy golf. So I'd rather do goofy golf than try to... Weather dependent. Rather than try to get off of the aqueduct gracefully. Because it's not, it's hard. All right, celebration of our last day on the Fantasy. We have buffalo, those were good, and plate of fries, grilled cheese, and tomato soup. Show that. All right, well, we got our second room service because my wife didn't tell me that the kids wanted, no, I forgot to order Mickey bars. So the first time of our cruise, officially the Mickey bars, premium Mickey bars. It is showtime on our last day here on the Disney Fantasy, and it's one of my favorites, Believe. And
just believe.
Chip, 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 and Dale. at, let's take a look at tonight's dinner, Enchanted Garden. Well, thank goodness for voiceovers, because I lost my audio again on our last night at Enchanted Garden. Nevertheless, we started our last dinner there, and we started off the bread service with a fig and date ciabatta rolls with minted yogurt dip. After that, next up was the appetizers. Brielle, my dearest, got the poached green and white asparagus spears. Keegan and I just passed on the appetizers, but he got a slow-cooked green lentil soup, and I got the Enchanted Garden platter, which you can see is a charcuterie with whole grain baguette and peach marmalade. But I also got my Caesar salad too. Then for dinner, the whole entire fam got the vegetable lasagna, which all of them said was fantastic, and I went for the New York steak. Then finally, to cap it off for dessert, kids got creme brulee cheesecake, and me and my dearest went with the white chocolate bread pudding with butterscotch sauce and vanilla ice cream. Overall, our last dinner was excellent. Hello, adventurers, and in our disappointment that we were in our last nights aboard the Disney Fantasy, we did not do an outro. So this is our outro. So as you saw, we had a pretty decent day at Castaway Cay. I mean, it's always fun, no matter what the weather's like. A little disappointed that our jet ski was excursion was canceled because the water was very choppy. That was something I would have loved to have done with the family. As I said, I've been before on jet skis, but my family has not. And was able to show you some pretty good video footage of the Stingrays, which is just a really just fun kind of excursion to do on Castaway Cay. All I would say is, come on, Castaway Cay, come on, Disney, up what you got at Lighthouse Point as far as the food goes. Really do miss those spicy chicken sandwiches, and man, all the other options, the French fries and the mac and cheese, all that stuff. Lighthouse Point. I think Castaway Cay could kind of come up a little bit in the food offerings. But nevertheless, topped off the night with Believe, which is, like I said, one of my favorites of the Disney Broadway shows. Just love that show. And, then a pretty good dinner at Enchanted Garden. So that said, kind of what's in the store for us up for adventure. We do have another cruise coming up here very shortly. I think in between that, we're going to show a little bit of our Vero Beach time at the DVC Resort, Vero Beach here in Florida. But coming up here over Thanksgiving, we're going to do a maritime cruise with our awesome friends who have now all gung-ho for cruising. The Colemans out of Louisiana. We showed us going on their first cruise out of the Disney Dream, out of Fort Lauderdale. That was last year. So this year we're going to be going out of Galveston on the Disney Magic. So we're really excited about that. So we'll bring that to you here, in the first beginning weeks or so of December. So that said, thank you for joining. If you've watched this whole series, I'm sorry I kind of lingered on because again, this cruise took place in August, but doing a 10-night cruise vlog is a little tiring, at least a little bit, but thank you so much for joining us. And we're really hoping to come back and maybe do a little bit of sort of our take on some of the excursions that we did on this cruise. And I would also really like to do a video just to kind of those who kind of pondering whether to do Disney, kind of what might be a good first ship, a good time frame, time of year, because we've kind of gone all year round, so we have a good idea about that, as well as how many nights might be a good first timer wanting to do a Disney cruise. So that hopefully will be in the makings here as well. So that said,
Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're up for adventure, and as we always say, onward to our next adventure. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.